Welcome to the end of the week one for my Nutrisystem journey. Today we're going to go over my thoughts of the first week, how I did, what the results were, things I do like, things I don't like, and just go from there. So, jumping right into it, started this whole journey at 365 pounds, and as of this morning, I am sitting at 352 pounds. So that's a loss of 13 pounds in the first week. Now, I think those are some pretty good results, even though it wasn't a walk in the park the first week. So, little recap on the first week. I was allotted 1,200 calories per day. 7 days, normal week. Some things I did notice during the 1,200 calories. I'm a big guy, so that's a really big deficit in calories for me. I did notice some issues being cold, if that makes sense. So like normally I don't usually wear socks around the house or to bed or anything like that, but I found myself having to wear socks and an undershirt and things like that that I wouldn't normally wear because I was just cold. I'm by no means a doctor or anything, but I think your body is not burning as much calories as it's used to, so you don't warm up quite as much. At least, it's my body getting used to the deficit in calories. In addition to that, I also noticed that I get a little lightheaded or a little dizzy on occasion, and maybe day 2 or 3, it was in between the hours, in between meals. It would get less and less as the week went on. Again, I think that's just my body trying to cope with the deficit in food and calories and nutrition that I'm using compared to what I did previously. So in contrast to feeling dizzy and feeling cold, those were the kind of the bad feelings of the week. The good feelings, though, is I'm not going to say it's gone, but I can definitely tell there's a change in my pain level, a change in my just overall feeling. I can get out of a chair much easier. My knee doesn't hurt me nearly as much going up and down the stairs. My back doesn't hurt, walking, down the road or whatever. I've definitely noticed a difference. So we're well on our way to getting where we need to be, and I hope that trend continues. So, other than that, it wasn't too bad. I mean, it's a diet program, so you're gonna have that feeling of being hungry on a pretty regular basis. Try to fill it with water and veggies. I don't know if you remember from last week, but you're pretty much allowed any veggies that you want. I happen to like carrots, so I've been eating a lot of carrots. One thing I probably should have anticipated, but I didn't, it was torturous going to the grocery store. Like, it was bad. Like, week one, day, I don't know, maybe 4, I went to the grocery store to pick some stuff up. And since I had started the program, and like, you're just walking around the grocery store thinking, oh, that'd be good, oh, that'd be good, oh, that'd be good. But you have to refrain. It's not easy, walking past bakery or deli or anything, pretty much. As far as the food itself is concerned, that was in the programs that I reviewed last week, it was all pretty good. I wouldn't say I had anything during this first week that I would absolutely never touch again. I wasn't super fond of one of the breakfast oatmeals they gave me, but it was edible. Some of the things I really did like, the sandwiches, so the breakfast sandwiches, There was a meatloaf sandwich for dinner one day. Those are all pretty good, actually. I mean, not substantially large, but tasty and filling, as filling as something like this can be. The shakes, I made a determination, vanilla and chocolate shakes, both are good. Now, I prefer vanilla over, if I had to choose one, I'm going to choose vanilla. And that's pretty much been the way for my whole life. Ice cream, pudding, anything, if there's a big chocolate and vanilla disparity, I'm pretty much choosing vanilla, and the shakes are going to be no different. There's a couple dinners that they provide you in pouches, and one of them was a beef bolognese, or I'm sorry, not beef, bean bolognese, and you just microwavable in a pouch. But I was surprised at how good and fulfilling it was. So I'm definitely, if I had the choice to customize these boxes, I would definitely choose that in my next one. What are some of the other things I ate this week? The spicy kung pao noodles were pretty good. The beef and cheddar rice was pretty good. There was a couple pizzas. Be careful when cooking your pizzas. I cooked one of the pizzas and put it on a dinner plate, and then there's like this little foil little mat that the pizza sits on, and then the pizza on top of it. Well, I put it in the microwave for the allotted time, and about 30 seconds left in the cook time, I hear a loud crack come from the microwave. Well, I guess that little foil plate had accumulated enough heat that it actually broke my dinner plate in half. It didn't affect the food or anything, but it was still surprising, to say the least. No complaints about the food. The breakfasts, morning snacks, lunches, afternoon snacks, and dinners are pretty much what I ate this week. Outside of that, like I mentioned before, just vegetables. I'll probably pick up some more vegetables outside of carrots, because as much as I like carrots, how many carrots can you eat 1 week? I'm thinking something like snap peas, maybe some asparagus. They tend to, like, fruits aren't included in that list, just like veggies. So the fruits are going to be added later on. Fruit have a higher sugar content and sometimes a higher carb content. They classify those as something different. For the snacks, I drank the shakes, and for the morning snack, I would use something like a piece of string cheese and a shake. For the afternoon snack, I would use a shake and then one of the provided snacks, whether it be a bag of popcorn or a bag of pretzels or chocolate covered pretzels or what have you. They give you a whole slew of snacks. I found those were pretty good to keep you going between your major meals. I'm not sure what week 2 is going to give me as far as changing my calories or changing my meals. I'll get my week 2 information tomorrow morning. Today is the last day of week 1. But I'm doing my weigh-ins on Sundays, so technically, I guess I should have weighed in tomorrow morning, but I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. Comparing the Nutrisystem systems to first week to second week, with other people I know that have done it, there's been anywhere from a 200 to 500 calorie increase in their allotment, which I'm super excited for. I'm just hoping that since my weight, since my weight is so much more than theirs, that they don't keep me at 1,200 for another week, because that would be miserable. But it's working, so I really can't complain too much. 13 pounds in a week is certainly some pretty good progress. I said last week my ultimate goal weight was 250-ish. I've also got kind of soft goals, starting at 350 and then every 25 pounds below that So I'm only 2 pounds away from my first soft goal, and then it'll be 325, 300, 275, etc. No idea how long it's going to take. I originally planned on doing this program for somewhere to 4 to 6 weeks, and then I'll reevaluate at that time and see if it's worth continuing. At some point, the loss is going to slow down, but that's going to be any program you do. Other than that, keep going, keep eating my snacks and my meals and following the program. And I haven't included any exercise or anything yet. Not quite to that point where if week 2 goes as well as week 1 did, I'll probably be able to incorporate some walking. I've got about maybe a third of a mile of a dead end road in front of my house, so that might be good to walk there and back. So that's the progress on week 1, and see you next week.